Right, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back to the Belfast Indoor Bowls Club, where we are into the first knockout round of the cup competition. And we have Peter Roberts of England. We're just having a trial end here by the look of it. Yeah, just having a trial end. Pete Roberts of England is playing Gary McNab of Ireland. Obviously two past winners of these events. Gary McNab, a more prolific winner, but both excellent bowlers. Pete Roberts is bowling with blue Taylor Lignoids, and Gary's bowling with his usual black Taylor Elites. So enjoy the game.
Seven. Declan Hegarty to mat 7, please. Declan Hegarty to mat 7. Thank you.
Right, so Pete Roberts wins the toss, 3/4 jack, and bowls up on the backhand. It's 10 inches through, so we're expecting a game of the highest quality here. Two top draw players, obviously. Dare I say, two of the world's best players. So enjoy everybody. Any questions, feel free to ask for newcomers to the sport. Peter just adjusts his angle. Drops in for shot. Two players who get on with it. I know Peter is known to study ahead a bit when it's difficult. Great bowl from Gary. Can't quite see the jack, but I heard a little dink then, so sounds like Gary's holding. I'm going to have a look. Still can't quite see. I did try and have a look for you, but it's tight. Peter will be looking to just draw this on the backhand, sit Gary's bowl down. Yeah, he's just tightened his line slightly there. He might be just under this. Yeah, he's just left it short. You can see the intention. Gary taking a look. So, as I said, more people coming on as we talk. This is the first round of the cup competition, first round of the knockout stages. And you've got Gary McNab of Ireland playing with the black Taylor Elites, and he's playing against Pete Roberts of England, who's playing with the blue Taylor Lignoids. Two sets of very swingy bowls. Unlucky from Gary, just tried to tip Pete's bowl away. And if you don't know, we are at the Belfast Indoor Bowls Club, which is at Shaw's Bridge, a few miles outside of Belfast, Northern Ireland. And this is the World Masters. The short mat players tour have brought this to you. It's the World Masters, and it's the final ranking event of this season. Always a great season ender. We've seen some fantastic games over the years. Pete trying again. He's left it just short again, so he'll be disappointed. It's only one, whatever the situation, which we can't see. Yeah, Gary's clearly looking to, he might take his own bowl out here. So I think he was aware of that. I think he drops one there. Yeah, one to Pete Roberts. That's the first end played. So, second end. Pete Roberts puts the jack 3/4, leads backhand. Pete Roberts bowls for the Stockport League, which is within Greater Manchester. Also bowls for Greater Manchester. Previous England player, won many events. Good bowl from Pete there. Just takes Barry's bowl away, and a toucher. Gary currently lives in Trillick. He's originally from Drumore, which is Omagh. Certainly he's made his stamp on lots of these events over the years and continues to play at the highest standard. Yeah, just sits behind, so Pete's still line one. As I say, any newcomers, please feel free to ask any questions. It'd also be nice to know where you're watching from. And if you haven't had enough of bowls at the end of this, which probably around about 9 o'clock tonight, then you can always go onto YouTube and search for the Short Map Players Tour, where you can watch many more games of this sort of quality. And it would be really helpful to us if you could subscribe to that channel. So a great bowl from Peter on the backhand, another toucher. Pete's a very, very calm player, but he just saw a little glint in his eye there because he's just given Gary a shoulder to sit on. And Gary's not going to do that. He's playing at it, trying to change his head. Contact. Oh, he's got one bowl out. Probably wanted that more full. He's caught that half bowl. So Pete Roberts still lies 2. Pete studying. I suppose the obvious draw is the forehand onto Gary's bowl nearest the jack, so the black bowl furthest away from you. No. Stays on his favoured backhand. Just protecting this, he's stopping Gary from firing. I don't think he has though. And Gary can still play to the front of that head with weight, which I suspect he will do, because both of those bowls can go. And you'd expect the jack to come backwards towards Gary's 2 black bowls. So let's see. Yep, he goes again. It's a slightly wider line. It looks pretty accurate, this. Yeah, he's done enough. Certainly 1, possibly 2. They will decide between them. Peter admits to one, takes a look. Gary always very honest about this. Umpire called. Umpire coming in. It's Jonathan Payne from Belgium. And that's Big John Pye having a look. Jonathan Payne been around on the circuit right back to the early days and 2011s and 12s. He's won early events here. He with his son Dimitri this weekend and a few more Belgians. He's acting as umpire now. So, one shot to Gary McNab. Pete gets a second bowl on the measure. So 2 ends played, 1 shot all. So on to the 3rd end. On to the 3rd end. Gary leads. Great start. Good toucher. Peter just looking to draw this through. Yeah, great bowl and a touch. They will keep John Pye busy today. Test his new knee out. Gary with his second bowl. He'll be just looking to spring this jack for us. It's a great bowl, isn't it? But Peter's got a decision here. Quite possibly play this now. He's got 2 guiders here to just bring this jack into the ditch. Of course, the rule with SMPT these days, you cannot play the jack into the ditch with your first bowl. You can. But if your bowl follows it, then your bowl into the ditch, then your bowl will be removed. Yeah, Peter's playing this. He's trying to take this jack back into the ditch. Well, he hasn't done that, but he's done enough. Got Gary's bowl. He would have thought of 2 shots there. If he gets it perfect, the jack's in the ditch. If he's slightly tight, which he was, then he gets Gary's bowl off. Gary's bowl is a toucher, as you can see. It's been marked in the ditch. Just change that angle for you. Gary looking to draw between those 2 blue bowls. Just a bit heavy. You won't be too disappointed with that. He's got another back bowl. So Peter studying ahead. What is your thoughts? I think you'd suspect a 4-hand draw. Or is he happy with 2 shots and he's going to draw 1 round the back? Now it looks like the 4-hand into the split. Certainly very close, isn't he? Very close. Great bowl this. Unfortunately, I think he's turned 2 shots into 1. It's probably a safer one than the 2 were. Gary playing with pace on the backhand. He's got a contact. Not sure. Looking to draw a third. Looks very good, doesn't it? Well, it's certainly two. I think it's two. Gary just taking away bowls that don't count. Let Pete have a look. Jonathan Payne's back. What are you doing sat there? What are you doing sat there? Shocking, that is. I'm disappointed. Microphone. So, Jonathan Payne just doing another measure for us, keeping him busy. Jonathan was talking about his shirt. Let's see if we get Jonathan's shirt for you. Jonathan is a granddad now and very proud of that. So his shirt reflects that. And you'll gather from some of the things I say on here that we've got a real community of bowls. Lots of friends from over the years made in the last, we're looking at 13, 14 years now playing these events. From the very early starts to now what is a very well-oiled machine run by the Short Mat Players Tour. Two shots going on, so 3 ends played. Pete Roberts goes into a 3 shots to 1 lead. So on to the 4th end. Fairly predictably, Pete Roberts goes for 3/4 jack, draws on the backhand and plays a toucher. So quite a few people joined the last 10 minutes. Thanks for joining us. If you missed the start, this is the first round of the Cup, the main competition, the Cup knockout stage. So this is do or die, you win or you go home. And this is we're getting down to the nitty gritty of the World Masters finals now at the Short Mat Players Tour event. And you are watching with the black bowls and wearing all black. It's Gary McNab just walking up the mat. Gary McNab represents Ireland. He's won many titles. He's bowling with black Taylor Elites, a big swingy bowl. And his opponent in the white is Pete Roberts from England, and he's playing with blue Taylor Lignoids. Gary just taking some chalk off his bowl from the last end. Pete Roberts stepping out, hand behind the back, playing a little bit of weight on his backhand. He'll be pleased with that. Good result there. Gary stepping up, taking a look, so looks like Pete's shot from here. So what will Gary do here? It's not an easy shot, this, is it? He's got to move something, which he's doing. The black definitely spring the jack a little. Oh, he hasn't sprung the jack, but he's changed the shape of the head. Better head now. Pete will be wary of this. Gary's got a shot, probably backhand, to run through that split and take the jack with it. Removing Pete's bowl at the same time. So Pete will be looking at that, trying to protect that. Well, Pete's looking to remove Gary's bowl to take that away. Unluckily, he's given a shot to Gary. See the point? He's just playing positively, not aggressively, just a positive shot to try and take away Gary's shot, which is, as I explained. So Gary now will just, he'll look, come and have a look. He's taking a look. So he'll be looking to draw on that backhand. Looks to be very close. No, just needed to finish into the split. So it's 1 to Gary, I think. Yep, 1 to Gary. Gary changes the jack to long, which is 6 inches down the mat. So after the scoreboard goes over, the score will be Pete Roberts leading by 3-2, 4 innings played. Just letting Jonathan know, as I said, very proud of his family, his grandchildren. Good start from Gary. Better start from Pete. So Gary's playing this. Looks like getting it right. He's got half the jack. It's 4 foot between the jack and the bowl. So Pete will be looking. Pete's got 2 options, hasn't he? You can see there's a little pink dot on the side of Pete's bowl. You can either play that in or just draw around it. He hasn't done either. Jump by the marker, just cleaning some chalk off that shouldn't be there. Gary looking to draw through the split or turn that bowl over. There's a Gary line 2 at the moment. I think it's 2. Might be 3. Never easy to predict the bowls in the ditch. Try and change that angle slightly so you can actually see that bowl in the ditch. There we go. Apologies, should have done that before. Peter now looking to move his touch up. It doesn't do it. Right, that's better. A little bit of fiddling. Now I'm happier with the view that you guys can see. Gary draws another. It looks like Gary's line at least 3 to me. Pete's got a decision now. Does he play the more positive shot looks like he's playing a big swingy backhand. How's his length? Yeah, he's played well there. He's drawn shot. That's a good bowl under pressure, because he was at least 3 down there. So good bowl from Pete Roberts. Pete Roberts will now move into 4 shots to 2 advantage with 5 ends played. So to the 6th end. So Joe Richardson, good friend from these tournaments for many years. So good start from Pete Roberts again, who's really on form at the minute. Good reply from Gary. Yeah, another great bowl from Peter. Drawn under Gary's. So lies 2. Gary coming up on the backhand. A bit of contact, is there? Yeah, that's good. He'd be happy with that. Jack's a bit more open now. Peter just drawing down the backhand again. It draws another toucher. Now lies 3 shots. So Gary has a quick peek at the head. Pete continues to come down, have a look. He'll wait then to see what to do once Gary's played. Looks good from Gary. Let's have a look. Gary draws shot. John sprays the carpet. So Pete Roberts' last bowl of this end. Great bowl from Pete Roberts. What has he done there then? Can't quite see. I'll have a quick look for you. Possibly 2, but I think it's only 1. So Gary McNab with the last bowl of this 6th end. He's not shy, he's made sure he's at it. Oh, he's a bit unlucky there. He's not quite got a result. Yeah, Gary's admitted to 4 and knew it was a potential risk. The 2 beautiful girls, both knackered, trying to give us a smile. all the spectators, some falling asleep, some watching intently. So Pete Roberts goes into a... I'll get you the score in a second. I John's fiddling with the scoreboard. Shots to 2 lead, 6 ends played, back on his backhand, 3/4 length, does the perfect front toucher again. Playing exceedingly well at the minute. Superb response from Gary. I hope you're enjoying this, because this really is top class bowls. So Pete now looking to just draw that off on the forehand. Might be a bit tight with these bendy woods, yeah. So just a little bit tight on the line. So instead of hitting Gary's bowl, he's knocked his own down. Gary looking to draw under this into that split, and he has. Great bowl this. Superb bowl. Be very pleased with that one. Made his mind up what shot he's going to play. Yeah, Pete playing weights. He's close, isn't he? Just outside the line. Weight was very good, damaging weight, but yeah, only just caught the edge of the bowl. Give Gary a better opportunity now. Gary will just play this on the forehand, try and tuck the jack away. Hide the jack between 3 bowls. He likes it. Tell by the look. Yeah, it's pretty perfect, isn't it? What a superb bowl. Slightly pensive look, because there is a target for Pete Roberts now. He could potentially get all 3 bowls out here. He's close as well. Well, he's a bit unlucky. He's 2 down. So Gary lies 2. He needed that end. He'd be pleased with this. Guaranteed 2. Gary just draw for 3 now. Has he done enough? Yes, he has. A good bowl from Gary. Picks up a 3. 3 shots to Gary McNab. The scoreboard will tick over. As you can see, Pete Roberts leads 8 shots to 5. 7 ends played. So Gary's stuck with that 3/4 jack. Without a doubt, potentially watching these two, potentially one of these two is going to win this event this weekend. Superb bowlers, and as you can see, right on top form at the moment. Great first bowl from Peter, yet another toucher. It really does make it look very easy, doesn't he? Gary's immediately running at this, looks to make contact, and does, gets the jack. Oh, he's just left the jack live, so be disappointed with that. Pretty good hit. So if you're not sure about this, if that bowl touches the jack within its delivery, It then becomes what is known as a toucher. The toucher can go into that ditch, so behind this side of that white line is called the ditch. If the ball goes into there and it's a toucher, it can stay there. So Pete Roberts will now also try and draw this jack into the ditch, which he has done. And Pete Roberts is currently line shot. So excellent bowls from both players. Looks like Pete's got shot from here. Have a quick look. Definitely Pete Roberts' line shot. So, for people who understand the game, if you look to the left, so the shot bowl is the one in the ditch, the blue bowl, but the other blue bowl over to the left is also a toucher. So Gary McNab will now be looking to play that toucher onto the other toucher, as he did. Ah, well, that's interesting. Just asking some questions about where the bowl was, where it was marked. When a bowl goes into the ditch, it is marked so that in case it does get moved, as it was then, by striking the fender, then we can replace the bowl where it was in the first place. To Pete, very, very honest man, Peter, and Gary's the same. So Pete thinks that bowl's got to go slightly to the left as we look, to his right. And the reason I'm talking about that is because potentially there's still a draw. So if you look at the white line, the long white line on the right-hand side of the screen, that's the foot fault line. And potentially, if you could draw dead onto that line, and your bowl still stays live, then that could be the second shot. And Pete's very close, demonstrating that. He's just... So the weight was very good. Well, pretty good. It was a bowl heavy. So Gary will be looking at that same draw. So that's sort of the T between the long white line and the white line that depicts the ditch. Tough draw. These are the top players, so how's this looking for pace? I think the pace is pretty good. It's just shy. So Gary's got 2 seconds, we would say. So Pete got no more to do than to just try and draw closer than Gary's bowl that's in the ditch. So he does need to draw right to that T that I talked about. No, he's left it well alone. That's 1 shot to Pete Roberts. So Pete Roberts picks up 1 shot. We'll go into a 9 shots to 5 advantage, 8 ends played. So on to the 9th end. 4 ends to go. We're playing 12 ends as we have all weekend. So 3/4 jack. Pete Roberts leads. Does he get a toucher? For the first time in a while, no. How's Gary looking? Looks like Gary's got a toucher. Yeah, good start from Gary. The angle of my camera's changed slightly again. Right. Back onto full view so you can see the mat and the players. Yeah, he doesn't like that position, does he? Second good goal bowl from Gary. Peter looking to just draw this jack through. Looks very close, doesn't he? Yes, very good. Looks like Peter's lined 2 shots now. Gary also looking to just roll up to this jack. He's short of this. Rare for Gary. Bit of a shake of the head, shrug of the shoulders. Gary coming down to take a look at the head. Peter will look at picking this jack up again. He's line 2. If he gets the jack, he'll be line 3. And he has. And he is. So line 3 is making life very difficult for Gary McNab now. Gary aware that he needs to win an end, really. Certainly can't afford to drop 3 here. Let's see what he does. A man much capable of getting this shot. Oh, what's he done there? See, a touch heavy that. So Pete still line 2. I think it's probably still 3. Gary admits to 3. Check the scoreboard for you. Scoreboard moves over. Pete Roberts goes into 12 shots to 5 advantage, 9 ends played. 3 ends to go. So it's not over, but looking tough for Gary McNab now. So on to the 10th end. Pete Roberts, 3/4 jack, leads off on the backhand. I may have said that before in this game. Just 10 inches through. Gary McNab a bit closer. So John Pye the marker. Get some spray on that. So Pete Roberts with his second bowl. Just adjusts the weight slightly. Looks very good. Yeah, draws shot. Gary will revert to the backhand now. Just try and pull this jack through slightly. Is he holding? No, he's slightly tight. Just under it. It's good weight. Pete Roberts looking to draw onto this back bowl here behind the jack. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's Pete line 2. Superb bowls. So Gary's attacking this, which I think he needs to do. What's he got? Yeah, well, he'll be happier. He's changed the head. Gary will be looking at that and seeing his shot, depending on what Peter does. So lifts, butts and maybes from my point of view, isn't it? Pete Roberts with his last bowl of this 10th end. Looking to draw to that black bowl at the back, I think. Not sure he's here this time. No. What he has done though is change the angle. Maybe that was the plan. There's a shot for Gary if he can get onto the black bowl. Probably on the forehand, isn't it? To take Peter's blue bowl out, which is currently line shot. There's potential for 3 here. Whether Gary could get 4 out of that. You can half see a shot for 4, but that needs superb accuracy. And I'm pretty sure that's got to be on the forehand. So that's the shot he looks to be shaping up for. He needs to be on his own bowl here. Is it coming back? It's close. Yeah, well, he's tipped it out. So he's picked shot up. It's just the one, but that's better than dropping a shot. The scoreboard will tick over and it will say 12 shots to 6 in Pete Roberts' advantage. And that will be 10 ends played. So Gary needs to pick up at least 6 shots over the next 2 ends. It's been a superb example, this game, of the short mat bowls game on the whole. Superb standard, played in great spirit. Gary goes long, just extends the jack by 6 inches, or the jack length I should say. So back in the day, players would be playing this jack into the ditch, but of course that's been taken out of the equation now with the new SMPT rule. I suspect Gary may go for this jack now. What's his thinking? He's just certainly taking his time on this one. Yeah, well, he's playing weight, played on the backhand. Close, has he got it? He at least wanted the toucher there. So a bit of a shrug of the shoulders, a look to the gallery. Pete Roberts just drawing another one down on the backhand. It's very close here. Making Gary's job much harder now. Not sure what Gary will think now. I think he's got no choice but to go for this, so he steps out. He's playing weight. Yeah. How's his contact? He's got the jack off the mat. Good result, that. So they start the end again. No penalty at this moment. But you get 2 chances to take the jack off. If you are killing the jack, as some people call it, or killing the end, if you take the jack off twice, there's no penalty. On the 3rd occasion, you give 3 shots away to your opponent. So, whilst it's a valid tactic, it has to be used wisely. So, great start from Gary, and another good reply from Pete, who really is on form at the moment, isn't he? Gary just looking if he can get rid of this blue bowl. And just looking to draw into the split, sit the blue bowl out. Well, his line shot, head's good at the moment. Admittedly, there's only 3 bowls in it. Pete looking to draw right round the back of this. Good bowl this. Still potentially gives Gary an opportunity to get rid of both of those bowls. And Gary play, as I said at the start of this end, he needs to pick up at least a 3 on this end. That's a great bowl from Gary McNab. Turns certainly a 1-shot deficit into a 2-shot advantage. Great bowl from Gary. Certainly has all the shots in the book, this man. He's played them all. And played them all well. Pete Roberts, 3rd bowl of this end. He's also looking to change it. His logic would be if he gets some of Gary's bowls off. He's got his own bowl. Well, he's took his own toucher off there. Not sure that's a great result. So Gary will be looking now if he can get that Pete's bowl off. Yeah, put the pressure on Pete with the last bowl. Unfortunately for him, he's looking at that. He plays his toucher, so that's a toucher that Gary just put his foot against. If he can get that toucher onto the jack, get the jack in the ditch, probably be line 2. Not quite what he wanted. That was a very difficult shot. Gary shake hands. Yeah, there's no more he could do. He needed to be picking 2 up there. So what a great game of bowls. Thanks everybody for watching. Pete Roberts progresses to the last 32 of the cup competition with a superb display against arguably one of the better players over the last 2 or 3 years. So thanks for watching everybody. We will be back and we'll catch up with you all later.